Hello, oh my god, I have so much light on me. Hi, I'm Ken, and I'm a full-time student currently building out and living in my van. This is a patron video, so today's topic was picked by August. Shout out to August, you're literally the best. Anyways, let's get into it. In this video, I'm going to talk about my build plans for this van, where I'm currently at with the build process, and what my plans are going to be after I graduate. I have a campus apartment that I live in with 3 other students. The great thing about that setup is because I have scholarships, basically my student housing is free. So it's given me a lot of room to be able to get this van, first of all, and also build it out while I'm doing my last semester in school. I'm a senior and I'm set to graduate in May of 2025. That basically means I have from now, January, all the way to May to kind of like get it ready to be on the road. And the way that it stands is like it's kind of road ready. Like I can sleep in here comfortably, I can use the bathroom, I can cook in here, I have storage for my clothes and all of that. And I can work, I have like a monitor and I have power, as you can see. So it's like, it's very much so bare bones. I kind of threw some shit in here. It's doable. But obviously, if I want to live in it full time on the road, it'll need to be built out a little bit more. I bought this van in August and I've been building it out basically since like November. So I bought it in August. It's basically just been sitting in this parking lot that I'm currently in with me doing nothing to it. And then I decided, well, fuck, why not just go ahead and start building it out and like try living in it? Like, even though I'm getting used to like existing in a van, there's still gonna be a huge transition once I graduate and start living in this full time and traveling in it full time. It definitely still needs to be built out still. So without any further ado, I'm gonna give you guys a tour and you can see where I'm at currently. And this is like, I didn't clean anything before coming in here, so it's just like this, the way that it is right now is the way that it is. Like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. Like, this is the reality of van life. So currently my build is on pause because I'm saving money to like really build it out in the future, because I want to do all of this with cash. I don't want to put myself in debt to build this thing out. But when I do continue my build, my plan is to continue building out the walls with this cedar tongue and groove. So I got this really nice wood at Home Depot and it's really cheap and pretty durable. So what I would like to do is, well, actually, I'll point so you can see. All right, so there are parts of the van, like down here, that aren't covered with wood yet. Over the wheel well, basically I haven't like covered this part of the van yet. And there's also like still exposed metal in some points that you can see. So this still needs to get like insulated and covered with wood. That's one thing I'm gonna do. That's probably the next like thing that I will work on with this build. And then the doors itself, the doors need to be covered as well. So what I would like to do is just continue. I have some cutouts for these that I can just use to cover, so this insulation and metal is no longer completely exposed. And then cover those with just that same cedar tongue and groove, and then that'll look pretty nice. That'll look pretty nice, because right now there's just like a shit ton of metal still exposed. And then that's gonna be the same for these back windows as well. They'll just get covered with like the frames that I currently have, and then covered with wood as well. Yeah. In fact, I actually have a bunch of cedar planks behind my bed currently, so part of this is just kind of a matter of me just like setting time aside and just actually doing it. Aside from the wood, I'm likely gonna get a 12-volt refrigerator. That's something I'm saving for and also doing research on. What kind of refrigerator is best for my build and all of that. I think that I'll probably tuck it between my passenger and my driver's seat. Or it might go here. Now don't clown me. It's still a work in progress. So this is the space that's like currently beside my bed. Actually, let me step out so you guys can see it better. This is the space that's just between my bed and behind the driver's seat, and it's just like an empty space. I'm thinking this is where my kitchen setup is gonna go. So like I'll have cabinets and drawers and stuff, and then like a sink of some sort here. That's what I'm thinking, but it's still very much so a work in progress. We'll see. And then another plan in the build is to add storage up here. So similar to this storage I have above the cabin, basically I'll like add wood and then just, you know, be able to put stuff kind of in, you see what I'm saying? Like just like put stuff up in the ceiling. I need to add a face to this shelving unit so that I can like close it so that stuff doesn't fly out. It currently doesn't fly out when I'm driving, but still, it's just a good safety measure to be able to close this and like open it when I want to look at stuff. So I want to do the exact same thing on this side as well. The great thing about having this style of van is, one, I can stand up completely in it. Well, you can't see. I can stand up completely in it and I still have a little bit of headroom. So even when I add like the wood paneling on the ceiling, hopefully I'll still be able to stand up completely and be comfortable. But another thing is I'm gonna add storage up here. Probably around here is where I'll have the shelf start. And then this will all back here just be deep storage for my clothes, my camera gear, whatever. This is just a futon. This futon can be pulled out and removed. So what I would like to do is just to do like a traditional van bed. The bed is oriented like parallel to the length of the van. I'm just gonna do like a regular van build setup. So when I do have my bed, like when I actually build one in for to be permanent, it's gonna be perpendicular. So it'll just be like, well, I'll show you. It'll just be your typical van bed going this way. So yeah, my bed's just gonna be just a regular van bed, like in the back with storage underneath. It won't be this futon. I'll put a photo here because I'm describing it so badly. This is the style of bed that I'm going for. And then that'll have my garage underneath it so I can put like my battery or my electrical setup under there. Another thing about that is I'm thinking of changing my electrical setup from just the Jackery. The Jackery does a decent job, but I feel like being on the road full time, I'll need a bit more power. So that's something that I'll have to research as well, save up for as well. That's why I'm not building it right now, because I need to save money for it. Those are the general plans for the van build. And I really don't expect that I'll have all of that done by the time I graduate in May. My goal is to just continually build onto this van over time. I've already decorated, as you can see, because I couldn't have moved into it without decorations, but I would like to add more like plants and stuff, just because I like plants and I think they add a nice touch. I can see myself doing that. And then I'd love to stain this cedar. I think the color is nice on its own, but I'd like to stain it a darker color because I just love the look of a dark wood. Like, ooh, And another thing is these windows that I added here. These windows currently don't have any like frames. So something I really love are craftsman houses, and something really cool about craftsman houses is they always have these really thick window casings. So I would love to have these super thick dark window casings to put around my windows, so kind of like windowsills as well on the bottom, so I can like put things on there like a plant and put a little bit of like a Velcro strip on the bottom so it holds them down. Oh, chef's kiss. I would love to do that. So those are my general build plans, and now let's get into part 2 of this video. Where the hell am I gonna take this van once I'm on the road, as I keep mentioning? So right now I live in Central Arkansas. I've pretty much lived here my entire life. I've bounced around from upstate New York to San Francisco, which you might know if you've been following me, but Little Rock, Arkansas is where I grew up. So I definitely want to get out of here by the time I graduate and continue on traveling. So that said, I'll be graduating in May, which means it'll be warm. So one place that I really, really love is upstate New York. It's where I started my academic career, and I just made a bunch of really cool friends there. So I'd love to start by driving back up north to upstate New York, hang out there, maybe for a month or two. I don't know. These are very loose plans, but I would love to hang out in Rochester, New York for a while, just because I just love that city. I also bought this van from a friend in Rochester, so it does feel like it'd be a really cool full circle moment to kind of have like the van built out and then go back up to Rochester so that they can see it and hang out with them. I don't know, it just sounds like fun, so I definitely want to take it up to Rochester for sure. And just being up there in the northeast part of the country offers some really beautiful national parks to see. So I love to see Acadia, Cuyahoga Valley, Shenandoah National Park, and I never really explored the Adirondacks in New York, so I'd really like to do that. Something I've seen van lifers warn about is traveling too fast, and I definitely want to make sure with me and my shiny object syndrome that I don't fall into like traveling too fast. So I want to be doing this over time, like seeing all these places over time, hanging out there for a bit, like a week or two, maybe a month, then moving. But I know I need to go back out west. Like the west just calls to me. I explored the west this past summer, and I really fell in love with the desert, and specifically the coastal redwood forests of Northern California. Like there's really nothing like the West Coast. So I would like to make my way back over to the West Coast. I'd love to go back out west by driving through northern states like Nebraska, Wyoming, and Idaho, because I just haven't seen those states before. And from what I've seen, they're just absolutely freaking gorgeous. The biggest national park I'd love to see is Grand Teton National Park. Like, it is so high up there on my list of things to see. So when I go back out west, the Tetons is definitely a place that I'd love to explore, and hopefully with other people as well. The last time I did a cross-country road trip, I was doing it all by myself, so I guess my goal, if you could call it that, for 2025 is to travel with friends next time. Something I kind of noticed was I got kind of sad when I was traveling to all those places by myself, not because I was lonely necessarily, but because I was having all of those beautiful experiences by myself, and I kind of just wished that there was someone with me that I could experience those beautiful moments with. Like, it felt kind of wrong to just be looking at these beautiful landscapes and some of the most beautiful sunsets and just like only be seeing it myself. I don't know. I'd love to share that joy with other people. Like, I consider myself an introvert and very much so a self-starter and a doer, and I do a lot of things by myself. But I would love to travel with other people and meet other people, and especially other creators on the road. Yeah, that's kind of been my dream since I was 14, but I'll probably make another video about that at some point. But yeah, my whole dream is to live in a van and to travel and also like build wealth at the same time. And I think that those two things can coexist, especially when you get into like working as a digital nomad and making money from the internet and all that stuff, but that's content for another time. Yeah, so I'd love to see the Tetons, Yellowstone, Badlands, and then I'd love to explore the Pacific Northwest at some point. The furthest up the Pacific Coast Highway I've been was Brookings, Oregon, and that simply just was not high enough for me. I need to explore more of Oregon, and I need to explore more of Washington. Hopefully with friends. Like, I'll do it, don't get me wrong. I'll explore that shit by myself, but it'd be insane to do it with friends, and I'd love to do that. And all of that will definitely not happen over the summer. That would be insane. And if it does, whoa. I really want to take it slow and foster like building connections with people and just having really nice experiences and just growing as a human being, and also like saving my money, because traveling is expensive, especially in a van like this. Like here in Arkansas, it costs $100 to fill my tank. So like, and the gas mileage in this thing is not great. So I may be forced into traveling slower than I would like, but that's okay. Like I said, I really just want to enjoy the process and meet people and just grow as a human being and create content and just do the damn thing and make money. I cannot stress this enough. Like, making money and sustaining that and continuing to grow my money by investing is so important to me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was actually really fun to make. I enjoyed doing this. If you'd like to learn how to car camp or van camp or anything like that, I created a 70-page guide. It's a PDF. You can download it. All the links are clickable in it. It's full of really good information if you have no idea how to make your car sleepable. If you want to learn how to make it stealthy, if you want to learn where to camp, if you want to learn how to find other people, if you want to learn how to make money on the road, it has literally everything you need to know to get started car camping today. So if you want that, you can download it by clicking the link in my bio. I super appreciate it. Oh, I forgot to mention, it's free if you want it to be. You can choose whatever price you want to pay for it. You can do $0, you can do $50,000. The choice is yours. I'm good either way. So if you'd like that, like I said, the link is in my bio. bio, feel free to click it. I also have a newsletter called The Kin List, so if you're interested in my experiments in making money from the internet or what I'm learning as I kind of live in this van part-time, moving into full-time, I am posting all of that information in my newsletter, and I post it once a week. If you'd like everything I'm learning condensed and sent straight to your inbox every weekend, feel free to subscribe to that. So the link for that's going to be in my bio as well. Thanks for watching.